Mr. Chair, H5994 is a proposal that would direct DEM to develop, maintain, and update a comprehensive list of the projects that would qualify for forest and open land conservation. Funding under the 2018 Farm Act and the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act. The bill would direct a more aggressive approach to identifying and securing federal conservation funding by DEM through collaboration with key conservation stakeholders and partners. The bill would also authorize the DEM in fiscal 25 budget to request and establish a restricted receipt account for the revenue generated for the agricultural programs administered by DEM. In tandem with the restricted receipt account, the bill would require DEM to use the freed up general revenue to achieve compliance with federal law for environmental law enforcement on federal property and boating accidents. So a few facts. 53% of Rhode Island's land area is categorized as forested area. Rhode Island had 56,864 acres of agriculture, but under current policies, it is expected to lose 8,100 acres, which is a 14.2% decrease in available farmland. The Special Legislative Commission on Proper Forest Management and Fire Prevention final report issued in April of 2024 found that 1,329 Rhode Island landowners participated in a forest management plan with supports of grants totaling $3.4 million. The NRCS, Natural Resources Conservation Services, is actively seeking to raise awareness and expand landowner participation in Rhode Island in conservation programs and efforts. And Rhode Island DEM's current funding level only allows for the agency to annually manage about 1% of the Rhode Island's forests. The USDA, well, actually, specifically, there are new federal programs and streams that could leverage our matching requirement. So two examples of that are USDA Forest Service Inflation Reduction Act, as I had mentioned, and the USDA NRCS program. So Rhode Island has lost 2,000 acres of core forest land between 2011 and 2018. And between 2012 and 2017, Rhode Island lost 18% of farm and agricultural land. Recent legislation passed by the General Assembly, H7431, requires site planning and submission of overlay of a site with boundaries of core forest to DEM. And several studies identified commercial solar land development as a top threat to deforestation in Rhode Island, with an estimated 4.4 acres of land required to produce 1 megawatt of solar energy. Leader Chippendale was instrumental in increasing funding for Rhode Island's 3 conservation districts to further promote conservation efforts in Rhode Island. And lastly, the Rhode Island voters in 2022 approved $50 million in green bonds for various climate and environmental related projects, including conservation. In 2024, $2.6 million was allocated to open 11 space projects from the bonds. Sorry, to 11 open space projects. $3.58 million was allocated for the protection of 575 acres in 2022. Thank you, Mr. Chair.